Hi, this is Isaac Carr with CCSK Law. I'm going to try this again with talking about the SBA Economic Injury Disaster Loans, or EIDLs. Before video was not working very well, my audio was terrible. So give this another try here to talk about, right now SBA is offering a disaster assistance to small businesses. This is something that the business that SBA has had in place before, but each state has been able to apply and say, hey, this is something that we need to be qualified as a disaster area. And so in that, Indiana, all counties within Indiana can apply to be able to say, look, we've been impacted by the coronavirus, the COVID, everything that's going on. We need assistance. There are some crucial aspects that you need to understand about, first, how to apply, what's going to be required, as well as what you could apply for. All right. First off, it's still a loan. They still want to know that the repayment's ability, your ability to repay. You have to show that you can repay this loan. You have to have a good credit history that is acceptable to the SBA. Again, there's guidelines that are pretty flexible, that it's going to be taken on a case-by-case basis. If you ask for over $25,000, they are going to ask for any collateral that you have. What I mean by that is they will not reject you if you don't have collateral for over $25,000, but if you do have the collateral, you must pledge that collateral. So it's going to be on a case-by-case basis of what whether or not you get qualified. But let's talk a little bit about what you could qualify for. In that, you can qualify for up to $2 million on a 30-year term at an interest rate of 3.75%. That's the max you could do. So if you were ultimately impacted this, you could apply for that entire thing. But to get that to get 30-year term, that's going to be based upon your financial condition. The 3.75% interest rate, that's the maximum that they can ask for in this. And the $2 million, you have to show that the amount that you've actually been injured. You can't just ask for $2 million. Rather, you have to say, here's the payroll that's been impacted. We lost this employee. We had to lay this employee off. We lost this much clientele. We lost this contract. You have to show the actual damage that you've been injured, minus any type of insurance or other recoveries that you've had. So if you had an insurance policy that paid you a chunk of money, so you lost $50,000, but you had $10,000 of it paid through insurance, you can only ask for $40,000 from the SBA. This is important. This is a really important aspect. You cannot use this to just refinance another loan. This is not an opportunity for a refinancing. All right, that's you can't use this as that. You can't take advantage of this of the situation to get that. Is basically what the SBA is saying. That means that you can pay all your debts. You can really use this to continue to function, but just you can't use it as a refinancing opportunity. Finally, the SBA might require you to actually get insurance. If your collateral is a building that's in a flood zone, they might require you to get flood insurance if for some reason you didn't have it already. So I posted a blog about this. I'll put that in the comments for you to check out. But this the SBA program here, this could really help a lot of businesses. And with this type of rate, I'll say you're really not going to get a 30-year term loan at 3.75% unless you're talking about a residential home or some other type of really great deal. But most businesses, you're not going to get this kind of rate. So during this disaster, this is something that's going to be really helpful for businesses to take this and be able to pay that back over a 30-year term. What's important here is to make sure that first, you can get qualified, and two, that you're asking for a realistic amount that you can back up with some type of proof. So that's what you need to look for. If you have questions about this, we help people apply for SBA loans all the time. And so there's the application process. This is something we can definitely assist on. Feel free to reach out to us, post any comments, or feel free to reach out through email, isaac@ccSKlaw.com. So again, I'm going to link this up to my blog, and let me know if you have any questions about any of this. And we're going to continue on here at CCSK giving updates about what's going on during this time with the coronavirus COVID-19, and as the states have reacted and as federal government reacts, we're going to continue on with giving updates as a firm, as an entire firm. All right, and I will talk to you again here soon.